What's good, y'all? This one ain't gonna take too long. I just want to point something out. Early in the week, I said that Deontay Wilder shouldn't show up to Cardiff for the Joshua Parker fight, which I can't lie, I'm not extremely excited about the fight. I'm going to watch the fight. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not extremely excited about the fight. I'm gonna go on record and say Joshua wins that fight. I wouldn't be surprised if it goes the distance. I wouldn't be surprised if it gets stopped. But I think Joshua does win the fight. I think Parker's going to have his moments, but I think Joshua wins the fight. But that's not the point of this video. The point of this video, or the point of this stream right here, is to point out something pretty obvious, if you ask me. And that's Deontay Wilder was smart to not go to Cardiff for this fight. And I say that backing it up with this. If you really look at it, everybody knew Hearn's plan from Jump Street. I mean, Eddie Hearn is the most vocal about him not showing up. Because right now, Deontay Wilder is pretty much set up between two of his fighters. He's got Anthony Joshua, the guy that Wilder really wants to fight right now. And he's got Dillian White on the other end, who's trying to push for a mandatory, so he can be basically the #1 contender for Deontay Wilder. It's not set in stone yet, but I'm pretty sure that's going to happen. And if I'm being completely honest, I think Dillian White will become Deontay Wilder's mandatory, and I think we're going to see that fight sometime this summer. Because I don't think we're going to see a Joshua fight anytime soon. I hate to say it, but that's just true for the matter. That being said, the fact that Deontay Wilder didn't show up for this fight, as crazy as it sounds, probably did more good for Deontay than if he were to have showed up for the fight. Let me explain. If you ain't paid attention the past 3-4 days, I say about 3 days, despite the fact we got Parker and Joshua on the horizon tomorrow, you hear more about Deontay Wilder in the media and out of Eddie Hearn's own mouth about him not showing up for the fight to do commentary. But you hear more about him not showing up to do commentary for the fight than you probably would have heard for him showing up for the fight. So for the casuals that are looking at Joshua and Parker and following and this, that, and the third, they can't help but to hear this man's name. And this ain't the 80s and the 90s. If they don't know what Deontay Wilder looks like, they got cell phones right there in their hand. They can just look at a picture and check out highlights of him on YouTube just like that. So in other words, they're giving him the publicity just by saying this man's name over and over and over again for the past couple of days that they said that he would have got if he would have showed up for the fight. Not only that, this is twofold. Not only that, but the man was on the Breakfast Club this morning. Now, if you're from the UK and then you listen to this or whatever, the Breakfast Club is basically a syndicated morning show here in the United States, and they basically broadcast on different hip hop stations across the country or whatever. And he did an hour interview with him this morning or whatever. People listen to him going to work. Some people listen to him at work, this, that, and the third. But in essence, all that is free pub for Deontay Wilder. And not only is it free pub for Deontay Wilder, but he's getting that pub out to the people that should be his audience, the African-American community here in the United States. A lot of people probably didn't know. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people are familiar with him, but for people who are somewhat casual boxing fans and didn't know we had a United, a title holder, a WBC title holder, heavyweight champion here in the United States. Well, now they know. So now they're going to be looking out for the man. They're going to be checking out for him. Oh, Deontay Wilder, let me see what he's about, this, that, and the third. Because it was their first time hearing him. So, in essence, to really break it down, not only is he getting pub off of word of mouth in the UK, now he's getting pub in the United States. That's twofold. So him not making that trip to Cardiff actually played in his hands. That's why when people said that, oh, it would have been so much good publicity for him, 70,000 fans, yada, yada, yada. This man just went on the radio this morning in the United States and basically got his not only face, because you can watch their interviews you can watch the Breakfast Club interviews on YouTube, but now his face is out and his voice was out to millions of people this morning. Millions of people this morning here stateside, where it matters the most for him. He was out there. Remember, today he was supposed to be in Cardiff, or at least on a plane to Cardiff. He was stateside doing that interview. So now his name is out to millions of people here. And as far as Cardiff is concerned, as far as the UK concerned, he didn't have to do shit. Like I said, Eddie Hearn, he's putting his name out. McCracken's putting his name out. Joshua's putting his name out. Because you got to know that, they're going to say something about Deontay Wilder because they're going to get asked questions. The media is going to ask questions about Deontay Wilder. So Deontay Wilder didn't have to do shit this whole time. And he got if not the same amount of publicity that they were saying he was going to get, if he didn't get the exact same amount, he probably got more. Because everybody stateside ain't got Showtime. But everybody got, just about everybody got radio accessibility or internet accessibility or something like that. So it was a pretty smart move by Deontay Wilder just by not showing up. Because he got, if not the exact same amount of publicity, he got more. Funny how that works.